when we had no class for Memorial Day. Okay, we are all set up. We are actually going to start lying on our bellies. So you're just going to lie on your belly. You can either stack your hands, palms are stacked, and you can place the forehead on top of the palms of the hands. Or you can have your hands by your sides and maybe rest one cheek down towards the earth and just completely melt the body. And just really focusing here on being present. And just start to settle in. Taking a slow, deep breath to bring yourself to the present moment. And just try and begin this process of feeling more peaceful and more centered, more grounded. And just breathe into the belly so it expands as you breathe in and gets smaller as you breathe out. And just take some time to mentally scan your body for any areas where you might feel some tightness and tension or soreness. And then breathe your warm, oxygen-filled breath into that area. And then as you breathe out, let that tension release. Now noticing any worries, fear, anger, irritation, judgment. And just breathe into those emotions, noting them, and allowing them to flow out as you breathe out. Another breath into any uncomfortable emotions. And as you breathe out, releasing them. Take a big, deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. Take another big, deep breath in. Exhale, release any tension in the body. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale, release it out. And just slowly start to bring some movement into your body as you slowly begin to wake up. And if you have your hands or your forehead right under your hands, go ahead. You're going to start to bring your hands further out and shoulder width distance apart. You're going to tense your fingers up as if there's a cupcake under the palms of your hands. You don't want to smush it. Keeping the forehead, the head straight and centered. As you inhale, you're going to lift up as if you're doing a baby cobra. And as you exhale, release it back down. Really pressing through the tops of the feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, releasing it down. Inhale, opening up the chest right here. And then as you exhale, dip the left shoulder down towards the earth as you move the gaze up towards the right. Coming back through center as you inhale. As you exhale, dip the right shoulder down as you move the head over to the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale, dipping the left shoulder down. Inhale back through center. Exhale, dipping the right shoulder down. Good. Inhaling back through center. Go ahead and release your body all the way down towards the earth and bring your hands out to a T, palms facing flat on the ground. And then go ahead and place your right cheek down towards the earth. From here, we're going to do a shoulder opener. So you're going to start to come over to your right shoulder, your right hip, And then that top of the leg, that left leg is gonna come planted behind your right leg. So option to stay right here with that left arm reaching out in front of you, or if you want a little bit more, a deeper shoulder opener, you can take that left hand behind you and maybe can come and make contact with the right hand. Just opening up deeper through the shoulders, opening up your chest, breathing into the space. Take one more deep breath in. See where you can find a little bit more length and depth. And then as you exhale, if you have the bind, release the bind, slowly rolling back onto your belly. And go ahead and flip your cheek over. So now your left cheek is on the floor. Palms are planted down towards the earth. And from here, begin to shift all of your weight onto your left hip, your left shoulder, and taking your variation here. So coming onto the right foot, planting that right foot down towards the earth. Maybe that right hand is extended out in front of you, or maybe that right hand comes behind you, catching a bind with the left hand. Breathing into this space. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale out. If you have the bind, release the bind, slowly coming right back onto the belly. And then take the palms of your hands under your shoulders, and slowly you're gonna come up to your tabletop position. And from tabletop, take your knees out wide, big toes come to touch. Sink your hips back down onto your heels, coming into child's pose. Making sure that that forehead is down towards the earth, planting the palms of the fingers down. Really spreading the fingertips out wide. Finding some opening in the hips. And then as you inhale, slowly come up through tabletop. You're gonna bring your knees right back under the hips. And then from here, you're gonna take your hands out wide, straight out in front of you. So begin to walk your hands further away, and you're gonna begin to bring your chest down towards the earth, coming into a puppy pose. So really getting into the shoulders here. Really lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling, sinking down low. Maybe go a little bit deeper with every exhale. And then on your next inhale, slowly begin to rise up as you come to tabletop, as the wrists come right down under the shoulders. Coming through a few rounds of cat-cow here. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze up. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone under, coming into cat. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze for cow. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone under, coming to cat. Giving yourself a couple of breaths here to move however your body wants to move. Maybe you are shifting your hips from side to side. Maybe you're taking a really big, deep bend in the elbows between every cat and every cow. Anything that might feel natural to you. Anything that your body is craving. Just take 3 more breaths right here. And then slowly, we're gonna make our way to neutral spine. In stillness, you're gonna tuck the back toe, send the hips up and back, coming into your first downward facing dog of the day. So maybe pedaling out the feet, rocking the hips from side to side, really planting the hands down, spreading the fingertips out wide, lifting that tailbone up. Again, creating any movement right here. And then on your next inhale, come high on the balls of the toes, come onto your tippy toes, And as you exhale, melt the heels down over to the right side. Inhale, come up through center on your tippy toes. Exhale over to the left side as you drop the heels. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale over to the right side. Inhale, back through center. And then exhale over to the left side. Inhale, come back through center. And then melt the heels down. On your next inhale, take your gaze to the top of the mat and then walk your feet up towards your hands, coming into a halfway lift. Nice flat back. Root down. Hands can come onto your shins. Nice flat back. As you exhale, fold it down. As you inhale, take a big deep bend in the knees, round your spine slowly, coming up. Tadasana, mountain pose. Arms reach up overhead. You're going to interlace your fingers, releasing the pointer finger. And then go ahead and take your left ankle behind your right ankle. And as you inhale, lift up to lengthen. As you exhale, reach over to the right side. Okay. Inhale, come back up through center. Unbind the legs, taking the right ankle behind the left, reaching up and over as you inhale and as you exhale. Finding some length here. Inhale, come back up through center. You're going to unbind the hands, unbind the legs, coming to cactus arms, coming to a small little back bend here as the elbows bend. And open up the chest, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms reach up high. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold it down. Plant the hands down, step it back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, come high on the balls of the toes. Slowly shift your weight to high plank. Nice, strong core. As you exhale, moving through your first round of chaturanga, so bending deep into the elbows, and then coming all the way down to your belly, untuck the back toes. And from here, as you inhale, come into baby cobra. And then slowly, if you can, you're gonna start to come into your upward facing dog, so maybe straightening out those hands, or sorry, straighten out those arms. And then you're gonna start to shift your weight over to the left hip. Maybe that gaze comes past the right shoulder. And then maybe shifting over to the right hip, gaze comes past the left shoulder. Just taking any movements right here. Take one more breath. And then exhale, folding it down, coming all the way down towards the earth. As you inhale, come up through tabletop and tuck the back toes, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. As you inhale, take the gaze to the top of your mat to walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise to mountain pose, arms come up. Exhale, cactus those arms, take that mini back bend. Inhale, arms come up. And then as you exhale, take your hands by your sides. And then you're going to slowly start to toe heel your feet out wider than hip distance apart here. And then inhale, the arms come up. As you exhale, folding forward. Let your head hang heavy here. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. Maybe you sway from side to side, coming into your ragdoll. You can take a big, deep bend in the knees. Maybe rocking your head, yes and no. Releasing any tension here. And then keeping your left knee bent, plant the left hand down, straighten out the right leg. From here, take the right hand up towards the sky, giving yourself a nice little twist here. You have a couple of different options. Maybe you stay right here. If you want a little bit more of a shoulder opener, you're going to take that right hand behind your back and you're going to hook it onto your left hip crease. Working to open up the shoulder, continuing to twist a little bit deeper with every exhale. And then if you want a little bit more, maybe you take that left hand, that left arm under the left leg, the left thigh, and maybe the right hand makes contact with the left hand, and maybe you can come and grab a bind. Bird of Paradise is also an option here if that's in your practice. Take one more deep breath in. Lengthen it out, twist it out. And if you have the bind, release the bind. Planting that left hand and now the right hand down towards the earth, bending both knees. And just take some time to sway from side to side. Again, maybe grabbing opposite elbows, releasing the head, releasing the neck. And then coming to stillness, doing the same thing on the other side. So now straightening out the left leg, bending the right knee, planting the right hand down. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, taking your gaze up towards the left hand. Taking your variation right here. So maybe that left hand wraps behind the back, maybe hooking it onto your right hip crease. Running into this plant. Or maybe you take a bind here as the right arm comes under the right thigh and makes contact with the left hand. Maybe taking Bird of Paradise. Take one more deep breath in wherever you are. And if you have the bind, release the bind, coming back towards center, bending both knees and rounding the spine, taking big, deep, deep bend in the knees. Again, letting your head hang heavy. And then on your next inhale, begin to straighten out the legs, come to a halfway lift. And then as you exhale, go ahead and turn your feet so the toes are facing out, heels are in, and then bending the knees. So coming into Malasana Yogi Squat. If this is too much for your hips, you're more than welcome to grab a block or a book and place it under your sits bones. You want to make sure that your spine is nice and straight here. And then bring your hands to heart center. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, the arms come up. And then as you exhale, plant both the palms of the hands behind the skull. As you inhale, you're going to expand the chest, open up the chest as we squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you exhale, round everything in. Bring the elbows together. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open up the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding the spine, bringing the elbows back in together. And moving with your breath here as you inhale, expand, lift up. Exhale, round everything. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling up. Exhale, crunching everything in. Inhale, come up, arms reach up towards the ceiling. And then bring your hands right through heart center. So option to hang out right here in your Malasana. Or if crow is in your practice, you're more than welcome to work on crow here. So if it's your first time ever working crow, you're going to want to bring the big toes together. You're going to bend the knees. You're going to take your knees out wide as if you're a frog. You're going to plant the hands down. You're going to lift the booty up. You're going to bend the elbows as if you're coming to a tricep push-up or your chaturanga. And then you're slowly going to begin to inch forward, continuing to lift the gaze, right? Because if our gaze is down towards our fingers, our hand is just going to want to, our head is just going to want to hit the ground. So plant those hands and slowly begin to inch forward as you come onto your tippy toes. And lift the gaze up. And maybe you lift one foot off the ground, maybe lift the other. Nice. And then we'll all eventually meet back in child's pose. Whenever you get there, however you get there, you're more than welcome to go through a vinyasa. You choose, it is your practice. Just taking 3 big deep breaths in and 3 big deep breaths out. On your next inhale, slowly rise up through tabletop and then tuck the back toes. Send those hips up and back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, take that right foot all the way up towards the sky, three-legged dog. And then you're gonna begin to bend the knee, stack open the hip, flexing that foot, creating some hip circles here. So creating some circles here with the knee. And then from here, you can either hang out right here, or maybe you want to come into wild thing. So you're gonna flip your dog. And if you're gonna flip your dog and you've never done that before, an easy way to learn how to do that is you're basically gonna come into side plank, and that top foot comes behind you as you press down and lift the hips up. Right arm comes out extended in front of you, and to open up the shoulders a little bit more, go ahead and create some circles with the arm. Take one more big deep breath in, wherever you're at, and a deep breath out. Coming back through three-legged dog. Inhale, reach that leg up a little bit higher. As you exhale, bring it in towards your chest. Flex the foot, plant it in between your hands. Drop the back knee down. As you inhale, arms reach up high. As you exhale, cactus the arms, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Inhale, arms reach up high. Exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, expand. Good. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, hands come down to frame the foot, tuck the back toe, send that knee up high. And then you're gonna slowly start to rotate that foot so that back foot is gonna come parallel to the short edge of the mat. You're gonna cartwheel your hands up to a warrior two. Sinking down low, making sure that knee is stacked on top of the ankle. Making sure your shoulders are away from the ears here. Finding some length. And as you exhale, so keeping that bend in that right knee, take your left hand behind your thigh, reaching up and over for reverse warrior. And then coming to an extended side angle, so taking that forearm up to the right thigh, reaching up and over with the left hand. So a couple of different variations here with that right hand. So maybe it's on your forearm if you want a little bit more. Maybe you take it in front of the instep of the right foot. You're more than welcome to grab your block to create some more space here. Or if you want to work on opening up the shoulders a little bit more, you can also play with a bind. So take that left hand that's reaching up towards the earth, place it behind your back, hooking it onto your right hip crease. And then you're going to take that right hand, you're going to slowly begin to bring it behind the right thigh, and then it's going to make contact with the left hand. And then making sure you're still twisting, you're still opening up through the chest, lifting the gaze with every exhale. Just creating space wherever you can with your breath. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale, release wherever you're at. Coming back through extended side angle, and then up through warrior two. Or cartwheel your hands down to frame the foot. And step it back. Downward facing dog, option to take your vinyasa maybe with that right leg lifted to challenge yourself. And then whenever you're ready, as you inhale, reach the left foot up high to the sky. Find some length here. And then bending through the knee, flexing the foot, stack the hip open, creating some hip circles right here. And either staying right here or coming into wild thing, planting that left foot down, bringing those hips up. Left arm reaches straight out in front of you. If you want to open up the shoulders a little bit more, creating some arm circles here. 2 more breaths. And then whenever you're ready, Flip your dog back over, coming into three-legged dog. Inhale to the left, foot up high to the sky, and as you exhale, bring it in towards your chest. Flex the foot, plant it in between your hands, and then drop the back knee down. As you inhale, arms come up. As you exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open up. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take your hands down to frame the foot. Untuck the back toe, send that knee up. And then you're gonna pivot your foot so that back foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Partway your hands coming into a warrior two on the left side. Bending deep through the left knee, opening up those hips, getting those shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, take that right hand down the back thigh, reaching up and over with the left arm. And then coming into extended side angle, left arm comes down to the left thigh, reaching up and over with the right arm, taking your variation right here. Take one more breath wherever you are. And you'll slowly release, making your way back to warrior two. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Bring the knee in towards the chest, making your way through or to downward facing dog option to move through a flow. Maybe you still keep that left leg lifted. Challenge yourself just a little bit. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. All right, guys, here's where the fun starts. From here, we're gonna slowly begin to shift our weight to high plank. And then slowly begin to drop your hands, or you're gonna come to your forearm, to forearm plank. So come to your forearms, strong core, firing up the core right here. Making sure your gaze is right where the thumbs are. And from here, as you exhale, you're gonna lift the glutes up towards the earth. And then you're gonna come back to forearm plank as you drop the tailbone down. Coming and lifting the glutes up. And then come to forearm plank. Good, 5 more. You got it. Building some heat. Again, get those shoulders away from the ears. I forgot what number we're on. 30. Thank you. All right, last one. We'll all meet in forearm plank. And then you can drop to your knees come out wide. Sink the hips back onto the heels, come into child's pose. Give your shoulders and your forearms a little bit of a break. All right, as we inhale, we're going to slowly make our way back to forearm plank. And so you have the option here to hang out in dolphin. So from here, you're just going to lift the glutes up just as we were doing. You're going to begin to walk the toes closer to your body. And remember to breathe here. It can feel really restricting. And again, lift the shoulders up. And you have the option to just hang out right here if you're working on pincha or forearm stand. You have the option to play around with this pose. So maybe you're bringing one knee in towards the chest and then sending it up to the sky. And maybe you're slowly beginning to walk that other foot closer to your body. And just trying to create some lift. You're gonna really wanna get your gaze to your thumbs. So making sure you're continuing to look at your thumbs here until you can eventually. And just a little pro tip here, guys, when you are working forearm stand, making sure that you're not just jumping into it, because if you're just trying to hop into it, that's a lot of momentum. It's just going to want to bring you back over. So something that I've learned through my practice and through various teachers is something that really helps is to slowly begin to kind of like tick-tock your way over. So that makes any sense. You're going to bring one leg up towards the ceiling and then slowly inching that foot on the ground until this back leg or this leg that's up in the sky is closer to the back wall and slowly coming up off the ground. That makes any sense. All right, you can be in child's pose whenever you're ready. I forgot to mention that. An extra long child's pose. And just take a moment here and reconnect back to your breath. Take a deep inhale in. And as you exhale, open your mouth side out. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release it out. On your next inhale, slowly come up through tabletop. And then tuck the back toes, send those hips up, downward facing dog. You're gonna walk your feet out a little bit or farther out than hip distance apart. And go ahead and take your right hand over to your left ankle. Begin to bend deep through the right elbow. Coming into a little twist right here. Exhale, release. And then taking the left hand, grab your right ankle, bend through the left elbow. Find some length. And slowly release. Begin to walk your feet right back under the hips. As you inhale, lift the right foot up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring it in towards your chest and then plant the right shin down towards the earth, coming into pigeon pose. So if this is too much on your hips, maybe taking that block or maybe taking that sweater or shirt that you had and placing it under the right hip, making sure you're flexing that right foot. And as you inhale, lift up to lengthen. And as you exhale, slowly begin to inch your way down towards the earth. Again, if this is still too much for you, you're more than welcome to come onto your back for a figure four stretch. On your next inhale, if you're in pigeon, go ahead and slowly begin to walk your hands up towards your body. You're gonna bring all of your weight onto the right hip, and you're gonna take that left leg and swing it around you, coming into cow face pose. So you're gonna wanna have your knees parallel. So this is too much for you. Again, you can bring your block right in between the knees. And from here, you're gonna wanna flex the feet, sitting up nice and tall. You can take the right hand behind your back and take your left arm and grab the elbow, sitting up nice and tall right here. If you want a little bit extra opening, this is where you can grab your shirt or your strap if you have it. And you can place it on your right hand. You're gonna bend the elbow here. And then you're gonna take your left hand, you're gonna bring it behind your back. So I'll turn around so you guys can see what I'm doing. Just grabbing like this for cow face arms. And as you inhale, lift up to lengthen, open up through the chest, open up through the back. And if you want a little bit more, you can slowly start to bring your chest all the way down to your knees, down towards the earth. And inhale, come up. Exhale, slowly release if you have the bind. You're gonna take that left leg and place it behind you. You're gonna plant the hands down. You're gonna lift the knee in towards your chest and then step it back, downward facing dog. And then lifting the left leg high to the sky whenever you're ready. Bringing it in towards your chest, planting the left shin down, coming to pigeon pose on the left side, taking your variations. Again, maybe taking a block into the left hip, maybe coming onto your back for figure four stretch. And whenever you're ready, making your way closer down towards the earth. And on your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up towards your body, lifting up, shifting all of your weight onto the left hip, and then swinging that right leg forward, coming into cow pose. Again, making sure both of those knees are parallel to one another. One is stacked on top of the other. And then taking the left arm behind your back as you bend it, and then taking your right hand to grab your left elbow, reaching up. Creating length and some space here. Again, if you want a little bit deeper stretch, keeping the left arm right where it is, grabbing your strap. Sorry, grab your strap with your left arm, place it behind your back. Right arm comes behind and grabbing your strap or your leggings or your shirt, whatever it might be, and then lifting up to lengthen. And then as you exhale, slowly bringing the chest closer down towards the earth. And inhale, slowly come up, release a shirt or whatever you have in your hands. You're gonna unbind the legs, plant the legs down, bending through the knees. Take your hands out in front of you. Slowly begin to round the spine, engaging the core as you slowly lower down towards the earth. And then reaching the arms overhead, getting a nice little full body stretch right here. And then bringing your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And dropping the head down. Go ahead, shift your hips over to the left side. Drop both knees down towards the right. Take your hands out to a T, making sure both shoulders are down towards the earth, really grounding down. Maybe taking the gaze past the left hand. Inhale, bring the knees back through center. And as you exhale, shift the hips over to the right side, drop the knees down towards the left. And then maybe taking your gaze past the right hand. And inhale, coming back up through center, hugging your knees into your chest one last time, tensing everything up. And then as you exhale, releasing it onto your mat, becoming heavy, releasing everything down. Coming into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Whenever you get there, allowing your feet to fall down towards the sides. Maybe the hands come up overhead for a deeper shoulder opener. Maybe softening the gaze here, fluttering the eyes closed. I want you to take a long, slow, deep breath in and hold it for a moment. And then slowly exhale. Just allow any tension to melt away as you gradually relax more and more deeply with each breath. And take another long, slow, deep breath in and hold it. And then exhale it out, emptying your lungs completely with your out breath. And take a third deep breath in, taking your time, and hold it for a moment. And then let it go. Continuing to breathe slowly and gently as you bring your awareness to the top of your head. Just sense or imagine a feeling of relaxation beginning to spread down from the top of your scalp. And feel the muscles in your forehead and temples relax, allowing your eye muscles to release. And let your cheeks and jaw soften and let go of all the tension. And now let this peaceful feeling flow down into your neck. Feel it loosening every muscle and every fiber. With each breath you take, this relaxing feeling becomes deeper and warmer. And it works its way deep into the muscles in your shoulders, soothing them, releasing them. And this peaceful feeling flows down from your shoulders and into your arms. It loosens the muscles in your upper arms, your forearms, your hands, relaxing and soothing, all the way to the tips of your fingers. And as your body relaxes, your mind relaxes, and your thoughts seem to become a little bit lighter. Now bring your awareness to your chest and your stomach. Just feeling how this area of your body gently rises and falls as you breathe. This peaceful sensation flows throughout this area of your body, soothing every muscle and relaxing every organ. And turning your attention to your upper back. And feel this relaxing sensation fall or flow all the way down your spine as it gradually works its way down your body. And feeling every muscle in your back relax and unwind. And feel that your entire body has become loose, limp, and relaxed. Now feel your hips relax as a peaceful feeling starts to work its way through your lower body. Relaxing your butt, the backs of your thighs, the front of your thighs. Just feeling all these large, strong muscle groups becoming looser and more relaxed with each passing moment. And the soothing feelings of relaxation flows down through your knees and into your calves. Your ankles relax. Now your feet relax. Just allow your entire lower body to relax completely. And just allow any remaining tension from anywhere in your body to flow out through the tips of your toes. You are comfortable, you are peaceful, and you are relaxed. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, sigh it out. Just beginning here to deepen the breath. Inhaling long. Exhale, releasing it out.
And just start to take some small, gentle movements here. Wiggling the toes and wiggling the fingers. Rocking your head from side to side. And maybe reaching the arms overhead, taking that full body stretch. And then whenever you're ready, making your way over to your favorite side, meeting in fetal position, using your bicep as a little pillow for under your head. I'm going to take a moment here to read this passage to you guys, which I thought was pretty prevalent to maybe how you've been feeling lately through what's been happening in our world today. This passage is called Love Yourself. It says, no matter what, love yourself. Love yourself even if it feels like the world around you is irked with you, even if it feels like those you've counted on most have gone away, even if you wonder if God has abandoned you. When it feels like the journey has stopped, the magic is gone, and you've been left sitting on the curb, love yourself. When you're confused and angry about how things are going or how they've gone, love yourself. No matter what happens or where you are, love yourself. No matter if you aren't certain where you're going or if there's any place left to go, love yourself. The situation will change, this time will pass, and the magic will return. So will joy and faith. You will feel connected again to yourself, God, the universe, and life. But the first thing to do is love yourself, and all the good you want will follow. Whenever you're ready, slowly, using the palm of your hand, press yourself up into an easy seat, keeping the eyes closed, and just sitting up nice and tall. Reaching the arms overhead. As you exhale, take a deep breath out. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, releasing the hands back down. One more time, inhaling up. Palms come to touch. As you exhale, take your hands right in front of your heart. Thumb knuckles pressed against the sternum. Bowing your chin down to your chest. Just taking a moment here to thank yourself for loving yourself enough to give yourself this 45 minutes to practice, to show up for you, to be present in the midst of everything that is happening in the world today. So thank you so much for showing up and for sharing your practice with me. And just take one last moment to put a smile on your face. Now, next inhale, take your thumb knuckles in the middle of your eyebrows, in between your eyebrows, your third eye center. And we'll bow down to each other. One word, namaste. Thank you guys so much.